If your hair isn't looking as good as it used to, it's time for a hair detox. Today, I'm gonna share my 7-day detox that will save your hair from the harmful products and habits that have been sucking the life right out of it and have the best hair of your life in just 7 days. Let's start with day 1. All right, so on day 1, your hair is dry, shriveled up, and covered in harmful buildup. But the thing is, you may not realize this. Most of my clients don't until day 7, and they see what their hair should have looked like the whole time. So your day 1 goal is to get rid of all the buildup and grime that's been holding the health of your hair back, and then super hydrate it so we can start restoring its natural health. But this is not going to look like the classic detoxes that you're used to, because hair works differently. It doesn't need to lose weight. We just want to cleanse it and rejuvenate its natural health. And because of that, we're going to approach things from a different angle. So what we're going to do is get rid of the residue and impurities that are destroying your hair like toxins. So how did this even happen to your hair? The answer is low quality products and way too much of them. They're watered down and they don't even work in the first place. So you keep adding more low quality products, hoping that your hair will improve, but it just adds more residue. We need you to reverse the effects of those products by starting out with the clarifying shampoo. At my salon, we use Redken clarifying cream. There's plenty of other good ones out there, so just make sure you're using a professional one so you know that it actually works. We're gonna use this on your first wash. Clarifying shampoo is basically a super shampoo. It's strong enough to get rid of all the residue that's built up on your hair. The only thing is, it's so strong, we don't want to use it again on the second wash because it'll be too strong. And by the way, if you're new around here, every time we wash twice or else the hair does not get clean. So on our second wash, we're gonna use our shampoo soulmate. You probably haven't found your shampoo soulmate yet, and that's totally fine. I'll show you in a second here exactly how to get it. So you've done your 2 washes, and now it's time to use conditioner next, right? Wrong. The key to healthy hair is moisture, and most people think that I mean water when I say moisture, but with hair, moisture actually comes from oil. And oil should not come from some oily routine. This is a terrible fad from the 90s that's trying to come back. Don't listen to it, ignore it. There's much better ways to get oil in your hair in the right places. For instance, using a hair mask. Conditioner is great, but we're using this because conditioner only improves the surface layer of your hair, where masks are more powerful because they can penetrate the outside layer of your hair shaft and deliver all that moisturizing oil to the inside where your hair really needs it. And when I say you need it, I'm telling you, 90% of my clients in my salon come in with dehydrated hair and they have no idea. But bottom line, your hair cannot be healthy if it's dehydrated. So next, we need to fix that with what I call the hair IV. So we started off well with a mask that put a ton of moisture into your hair. But you may have noticed masks never actually fix your hair that much. The problem is it's more moisture than your hair can naturally hold because your hair is constantly leaking moisture. You've probably noticed that after you condition your hair, it's nice and hydrated. It feels really good. And then the next day, it's like you never had any moisture there in the first place. But what if you could lock all that moisture inside your hair so it didn't get out and your hair was constantly super hydrated? It's actually funny because you could easily do that in about 10 seconds by spraying leave-in conditioner on your hair. What it does is it forms an invisible protective barrier that seals the moisture in and prevents your hair from drying out. Leave-in conditioner is the most important product after shampoo and conditioner. If it's not in your hair routine, you hate having good hair. There's no other way to put it. So this guy keeps your hair super moisturized, except for one flaw of human genetics, and it's that our ends have holes in the bottom of them that moisture can leak right out of. Luckily, we have a product made exactly for this purpose, and it is called hair oil. It goes on your mids and ends when you're done styling to prevent them from drying out. So, residue and toxins now gone from your hair, and we've super hydrated it, locking in the moisture. But one last note before you're allowed to move on, you are banned from styling. Heat or not, you are not allowed to style your hair on day 1, no matter what. What you want to do is let your hair rest because day 2 is my favorite. All right, so right now you're probably preparing yourself like, man, day 1 was intense. What's day 2 gonna be like? The answer is day 2 is way easier and way more fun.
I fun.
As far as hair, all you have to do is put oil on your mids and ends to keep them hydrated. That's it, because we already did everything else on day 1. And we're just gonna let your hair rest, because the healthiest thing you can ever do for your hair is to let it rest. Oil is like a multivitamin for your hair. It's delivering moisture, keeping your hair healthy. Anytime you miss this, the health of your hair is gonna degrade. All right, so now that we're done with the hair stuff for day 2, what we're gonna do next is get rid of the harmful products that are killing your hair. One of the main reasons your hair got into shape in the first place is because big hair care got to you. Somewhere along the way, they convinced you that you need lots of products and complicated hair routines and all this stuff. But the truth is, you don't. You don't. All you need to have great hair is the basics. The less products you use, the better your hair will look. And the less you do to your hair, the better your hair will look. And telling you that actually isn't in my best interest at all. I own a salon and a hair care line. It's better for me if you just keep wasting money buying massive amounts of products.
Yeah, buy all of our products.
But for my clients who do this detox, they're always shocked by how much better their hair gets by just removing the harmful products. So let's talk about how you're gonna use way less products to make your hair better. Your routine right now is kind of this Frankenstein monster of random products that happen to be on sale or on your social feed. But here's the thing. You don't get great hair with random products. Here's something that blows my clients' mind. When you look at a shelf of hair products at the store, most of them are only like a 2 out of 10 or like a 3 out of 10. Some of them are like maybe 5 out of 10. They're absolutely horrible, and most of them are unfit for dog hair. But there actually are products out there that are absolute superstars. They're extremely rare, but they're 10 out of 10 great. And the results you get from those products absolutely blows the 2s and the 3s out of the water, and you can start to use way less products. So on day 1, you may have been like, I have to get a new shampoo and conditioner. I have to get a hair mask, a leave-in conditioner, and hair oil. That's a lot of stuff. But it's actually not a lot of stuff. It is the stuff. This is the stuff that works, and it's gonna replace everything else that didn't work. These are the basics. These are all necessities like having food, water, or shelter for your hair. It cannot survive without these things. On the other hand, your current routine is like a gym membership that you pay a lot for but never actually use. It's time for you to decide to stick to the essentials and get rid of the useless random money wasters. So before this day is over, we need to focus on replacing those 2s and 3s in your routines with those 10s that really, really work. The only thing is, it's almost impossible for you to do that on your own. You really need somebody who's tested almost every product on the market and handpicked the best to match your exact hair type.
Do you know a guy?
And that's where I come in. I've spent the last 10 years of my life testing every product I could get my hands on and made a list of the very best ones for each hair type. It's called my recommended product list. You can check it out by clicking the link in the description.
Moving on.
All right, day 3, you may be tempted into old habits here, but remember, the less you do with your hair, the better. That means less hair washing, less styling, less products, and just less messing around with your hair overall. We want it to be on autopilot. And that means that guess what? Today, we are not washing your hair. No matter what, I don't care if oil starts dripping down your forehead, we're not washing. When you switch this up and start going longer between washes and wait until your hair is actually greasy to wash, it won't strip moisture because the shampoo is gonna go towards cleansing the excess oil instead of the healthy oil inside your hair. It's much healthier, much better for your hair, and it saves you a ton of time and hassle because let's be honest, wash day sucks. Takes forever. So fine hair should aim to go 3 days between washes. Medium hair should be looking to go 4 days between washes. And coarse hair should go at least 5 days. But if you can go longer, go longer. The only thing is, it can kind of be hard to do this at first. One of the things that'll be helping you out is the new 10 out of 10 products are lighter and will help your hair stay fresh for longer. But if you're still struggling, you're probably gonna need to use dry shampoo. In reality, everyone should be using dry shampoo even if they aren't struggling to go 3 days, because dry shampoo is completely free. And I hear you, it's not free, Chris. They don't give this away for free. I totally get it. But if you're stuck washing every 2 days, and remember, we're trying to get 3 days at least, dry shampoo will get you to 3 days. That means you're washing 50% less often, which is 50% less wash day products that you have to use. Let me say that a slightly different way. By using just one product, dry shampoo, you get to use 50% less of all your other wash day products. And that's a lot of money that you're saving.
Did you just do girl math?
I did it for you. I did it for the girl. And on top of that, that's a bunch of wash days that you don't have to suffer through anymore. And on top of that, you get even healthier hair for being lazy.
Don't call our viewers lazy.
It's okay to be lazy like this. Totally. This is a good kind of lazy. So unshackle yourself and try this with the dry shampoo from my recommended product list. Your life is going to be way easier, way better. And since the day is almost over, do not forget to use your daily hair vitamins on your mids and ends. If you forgot what this is, it's hair oil. Use it every day. All right, day 4, you are now allowed to wash, but this time we're gonna do it differently. You're gonna wash twice with your shampoo soulmate. That's twice, I said. And you're gonna follow it up with, instead of a mask this time, you're just gonna use your normal conditioner. After you towel dry your hair, we're gonna use leave-in conditioner to lock that moisture in for days. And then we're gonna use hair oil on our mids and ends to keep everything shiny and hydrated. But this time, there's a twist. I actually want you to use heat on your hair. I want you to see how much longer your hair is gonna stay clean when you heat style it by making it nice and smooth. Before this detox, you were probably washing all the time, so it didn't really make sense to heat style your hair when you're just gonna wash it right out the next day. But now that you're going 3 or more days between washes, your style is gonna last that long, which makes it way more worth it to heat style your hair. So this time, you're just gonna add a blow dry cream and blow dry your hair. That's the only difference here. Remember, heat is 100% safe as long as you use a good blow dry cream with built-in heat protection, and give your hair at least 3 days rest before you use heat again, which is exactly what we're doing here in this routine. All right, day 5 is when you wake up surprised by how good your hair looks. You'll notice how heavy all those 2s and 3 products were that you were using before, and how you're actually getting way more results by using less products. But you still have to learn how to get your hair to look good in the morning. And if you thought the answer was to re-wet your hair or use heat, no, those are not good answers. All that will do is ruin your hair. Don't do it. Number 1, use a wet brush or generic that looks just like it. I have some on my website, but really you can get them from anywhere. They're like $10 on Amazon with free shipping. These brushes are ionic and will make your hair much smoother and get rid of frizz for you. If you just run it through your hair, not like a million times, but just enough to polish it up. After you're done with that, there may still be a little bit of frizz afterwards, but that's totally fine because overnight your ends lost a lot of moisture, so you need to get your hair oil vitamins in there, and you're just gonna run it over your mids and ends. That's gonna restore moisture and smooth out any little frizz that you had, make your hair a bunch shinier. That is all you need to do today. It should take you about 2 minutes, and this is your new daily morning routine. You're gonna do this every day when you wake up. Let's go to day 6. Day 6 is tough because it's gonna take every ounce of strength that you can muster to just leave your hair alone all day, except for the morning routine I just told you. You're gonna do literally nothing else. You're gonna enjoy your hair, look at it, live your life, but do not touch your hair. Do nothing to it. Just get in the habit of living more, spending less time on your hair. Day 7. All right, so today will have been 3 days since you last washed, but here's the thing. You don't really need to wash because you heat styled your hair this time. And a lot of people are like, what? Why does heat styled hair stay clean longer? It's actually because it seals the outside of the hair shaft known as a cuticle. That basically means that it smooths it out, which makes it harder for dirt and oil to attach to your hair and make it dirty. You may be thinking there's enough like flash and sizzle and like buy this miracle product to solve all your hair problems in one thing. Celebrities use this, buy. But trust me, looking in the mirror and loving your hair actually is super exciting. And please throw out your old products. Treasure your new ones so you keep that toxic residue off your hair so it can stay nice and super hydrated. And please, just start doing less with your hair overall. Let it rest. All right, if you want to find the exact products I recommend for you and your hair type, if you came to my salon, check out my recommended product list. It's in the description. Stay safe out there, hair rebels. Have a good one.